Yo, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? Definitely hope that y'all good. You know what I'm saying? Really kind of just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But in this video, you know what I'm saying, a array of topics. But firstly, I had wanted to speak about just the importance of drinking water. You know what I'm saying? So lately, I've been kind of just working like with a little farm and stuff, just helping, like, you know what I'm saying, grow food or whatnot. And something I've been starting to notice, you know what I'm saying, we all notice about plants, how plants need water and sunlight. And what I've noticed is that we are no different, dog. Like, especially us as so-called black people, like, we're really people of the earth or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? These vessels that we are in, and we're connected to the earth, dog. So just like the water and the rain nourishes the plants and the trees, they can grow strong and then grow the vegetables and things, you know what I'm saying? These things produce fruit. The same thing goes for man, dog. Like, this is what I realized. I realized that just like the plants drink water, we have to drink water too, you know what I'm saying? So it's important that you get your water in, you know what I'm saying? They may think you're supposed to drink so-called like maybe 4 glasses a day, but you know what I'm saying, really get in more if you can, dog. Like, just like the plants need water, we as people need water too, you know what I'm saying? We already know about them poisoning water, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas and really probably everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's very vital. That water shit is real key, bro, and it's really probably more important than food, cause like niggas can go a long time, you know what I'm saying? You can go a minute without food, you know what I'm saying, but you need that water, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? The water is more vital to you than the oxygen in the air is the most vital. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas can't go without breathing. But right after that, it's sleep, the water, dog. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the water is dealing with your emotions or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So the water can nourish you on a physical level. You have a healthy body, because what I've noticed in my personal life is when I increase my intake of water, I stop getting sick. And even if I were to get sick, it would only be for like a little day or two, you know what I'm saying? Like a little small, little quick spell, and it would be right out. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? This coming from somebody who used to always be getting sick when I was younger, especially like with asthma and stuff. So, but when I started drinking, when I really changed my lifestyle, really honestly, once I got on the gas and once I started drinking water, I noticed that I really wasn't really getting sick like that, dog. And even my asthma problems really have disappeared, you know what I'm saying, due to my intake of the water and then of course the little gas and whatnot. But as far as the water is concerned, it's gonna help you on the physical level with there. And then also spiritually, you know what I'm saying, just like you have to save your semen and just save your sexual fluids, the water will also help you just balance and sustain yourself, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just like the plants, the water isn't even necessarily for the fruit and the leaves that we see, you know what I'm saying? The sunlight is for the leaves, but as far as the roots, dog, you know what I'm saying, the roots are the ones who really need the water, and that water gets deep down into the soil, you know what I'm saying? So for us, on the physical level, we need the water to replenish us, but also on the spiritual level, you know what I'm saying, your intake of water will allow you to just be stabilized, dog. You'll just be rooted in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you won't necessarily be anxious, won't necessarily be fearing things, out here worried about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just knowledge will flow to you, and you'll just feel more grounded, and you'll also just feel more confident in yourself and what you got going on, dog. Like, you'll just be more in tune. And this is because you're intaking the water, dog. Like, it's different levels to it, bro. And these are just things that I've noticed, you know what I'm saying? And especially with the water, you know what I'm saying? I've just noticed that we're connected to the land, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are these trees. Like, we're no different than the animals and the birds and the trees and stuff out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all under this sphere and plane of earth together, you know what I'm saying? We do have different levels of consciousness, but all of us are here and all of us are connected, bro, because in reality, all of these trees, these birds, you know what I'm saying, like, you'll hear, and what I've come to realize is that man is basically the ultimate manifest, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are basically the you may even be able to say the completed creation, bro. And what I realize is that as far as like the birds, the animals, the trees, everything we see in nature is representing aspects of ourselves, dog, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it may be even different for each man, but what I've come to notice is, like, you know what I'm saying, the birds can represent your soul, and I've even seen that on different hieroglyphs. And the birds just represent your soul as you ascend and maybe even descend and travel to different planes of existence, dog. You know what I'm saying? So just like these birds fly up and down on these trees, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might see them in the ground getting a worm, you might see them up in the tree getting a fruit. Same thing for us, ourselves and our soul within, dog. You know what I'm saying? We can go to different levels of ourselves. We can be out here with our physical self, maybe on the ground, interacting, maybe going to work, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe doing things with friends and family, but we can also go to even higher levels or higher trees within ourselves, you know what I'm saying? It's just mindsets and states of being within yourself, like worlds and realms and states of being that are within, bro, where it's just you and you. You know what I'm saying? Like the quiet place within, dog. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the birds is just representing, you know what I'm saying? And you already know the snakes maybe with the Kundalini, but and representing your fluidity, like everything you seeing out here is a representation of you, yourself, bro. Like this is how we are connected to nature, bro. Like everything is connected and is levels to this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? So and it's even making, you know what I'm saying, and it's even making sense with science, dog. When you really know the truth, you see the truth in everything, because science will tell you that the trees and things was here first and developed, and you had different animals, and then you hear so-called man came or whatnot, and we know it's different sides to that, because some of the for one instance, that story could really just be talking about the creation of maybe the Tamahu and when they evolved from the ape or whatnot, but it also could really be just talking about the just the concept and being of man even walking this plane of earth, like, you know what I'm saying, the trees and things might have been here first, or might have been just expressed and manifest first, and then like, man, you know what I'm saying, like, do y'all really see that? Like, you know what I'm saying, like everything in this plane, in this spirit is the same thing, dog. It's just an evolution of itself, bro. Like, do y'all really see that? You know what I'm saying? Cause like we're the tree. We are the trees where we're almost maybe even more evolved. You know what I'm saying? We have hair and leaves just like the trees. We take in water and sunlight just like the trees, but we're also a little bit more mobile than the trees. You know what I'm saying? The trees are more sturdier, but if man were to live right and really take care of himself, man could really be as strong as the tree and maybe even move the trees, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like the trees was here, but man is like an evolved expression of these things, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, man, somewhere within man is the trait of everything in nature, bro. Whether it's the lion, whether it's the snakes, whether it's the bugs you see, whether it's the plants, whether it's the fruits and vegetables, whether it's the trees, even the storms, the lightning, the sun, the moon, like everything you're seeing in existence is a trait or an attribute of man, bro. Like you can just see these things and they represent aspects of yourself, bro. Like it's all about you, dog. Like this is just what I'm been realizing, dog. Like this is the key, bro. And it's really just all about you just getting on your own thing, and really just go ahead and ride it out from there. Like, and really once you reach a certain level, like you really can even forgive and not even really be too mad at these other people out here, but like you can really detach, you know what I'm saying? Of course you had these dumb ass people out here, you know what I'm saying, them niggas gonna do what they do. But really fuck them niggas really, you know what I'm saying? But more so like in your personal life, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause for me, you know what I'm saying, I had negative feelings towards certain, you know what I'm saying, like people in my family and whatnot, and even still now, because I feel like they not necessarily waking up, or I feel like they not necessarily getting on the information, but really I've been holding myself back because it's like that they haven't read the things I read, they haven't studied what I've studied, you know what I'm saying, like they haven't necessarily even been through what I've been through to even get to this state of being. So just in your personal life, like in order to really become successful, like and really just reach your most high state, you really just gotta go all in on yourself. Like don't even expect nobody else to be up there with you, like, cause it's your own world and your own realm. Like just remember that you connected like to everything around you. Like remember that like it's all within. Like, and this is really like how you can come up, like just in your own personal way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really simple.